have anything to do with him because he works for full-time jobs. And even when he was around, we were taught to feed him, so we didn't.
No, that was me.
And all the siblings pretty much wanted to kill each other. Nobody got along. But once again, that's how we were raised, like, not to like each other. The house I grew up in was actually shut down for a month by the Board of Health because we had animal feces everywhere, and we had goats and chickens living in our house. So my life went for a big change when I was 13, and my school found out about abuse within the house, and so DCF became involved, and my mother and father were both really embarrassed with it, and so they put me on a chains with court trying to say, oh, she's crazy, and this actually didn't happen, and then they were trying to bring me to psych hospitals, and just whatever they could do to take the attention off them and be like, it's not them. So eventually, after they realized that their efforts of trying to put me in a psych hospital weren't going to work, they put me in foster care. And they said that if I wanted to ever be a part of the family again, that I'd have to say everything was lies, which I didn't. So began my life in foster care. Within 4 months, they had moved across the country, my parents and all my siblings. And I just moved from foster home to foster home. I think by the time I was 18, I had been in like 15 or 20 foster homes. I lived in like 10 different towns, multiple different schools. I was all alone, and I felt every bit of it. I started with drugs. I was about to drop out of school, but, and like foster parents that I lived with, most of them didn't care what I was up to, so it made it very easy to do what I wanted to do. But eventually I realized that, like, my future depended on what I was doing now, so I decided that I have to face the road and just deal with what was going on, even if it was a good rough road. And thankfully I had some amazing social workers and therapists who always had faith in me. And I think where I am now is because of them, mostly, and even like when I was very tough to work with, they still showed they cared. I think it was when I was 14, I went to visit with my dad, and my social worker had brought me, and I came back from the visit, and I was to be dropped off at my foster mom's work, and there was a bar across the street, so I went to the bar after work, or after she dropped me off at my foster mom's work, and I got completely drunk and went back to my foster mom's work. And I knew I couldn't go in there like that, so I just sat in her car, and when she came out, I guess she knocked on the window, and I didn't respond. So she called my social worker, who came and knocked on the window, and didn't respond, so she opened the door, and I stumbled out. And she was like, I can't believe you are doing this, and like wicked pissed off at me, and just like hurt by it. And I remember when we walked into the hospital, she checked in, whatever, and then she realized I was wearing this bright orange sweatshirt, and she was like, where did you get that from? Because she had just seen me like an hour or two before, and I wasn't wearing that. And I was like, well, I got it from they gave me the alcohol. And she was like, take that off. And so I took it off, and she threw it in the trash, and she was like, it was ugly anyways. And I guess the moral of that story is that I think that was like the big point where like she showed that she truly cared. Even like that was the only time I've ever seen her that mad. But it showed she really cared, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to work with her and try to better myself in the situation. So I currently attend HCC, and I graduate this fall, and I'm going to UMass this spring to finish my degree in social work. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Janae Smith and Jen Rue. Janae Smith is the director of CHD's Terry Thomas Girls Program, which provides detention, stabilization, and short-term treatment services to female adolescents aged 10 to 20, who are court involved and referred by the Massachusetts Department of Youth Services. Despite its secure residential setting, the program recognizes that healthy growth and fostering relationships are means and goal of young women's psychological development. Janae is a visionary, team-oriented manager with experience developing and implementing program models in a milieu setting. She has extensive knowledge about female adolescents and is committed to their positive development. She has presented numerous trainings and workshops on the topics related to juvenile justice and adolescent girls, including aggression, institutional settings, self-injurious behaviors, bullying, suicide prevention, and modeling healthy behaviors. To name a few, Janae has been recognized for her work with a Business West 40 Under 40 Award and an Eyes of Courage Award at this conference, which she helped found 8 years ago. Joining her is Terry Thomas's Clinical Director, Jen Root. Please join me in welcoming Janae Smith and Jen Root.